My name is Stacy Biddle. I am a career facilitator at Goodwill Columbus in the Workforce Development Department. And thank you for joining us today live on our class that's going to go over how to beat applicant tracking systems by designing your resume just to do that. Okay, so first of all, again, thank you for joining us. We do have a moderator here, Valerie Hawes, who is going to answer any questions or comments that you leave in the comment section. She is all things knowing and great about career development, so please make sure that you interact with her and she can answer all of your questions. So thank you again for coming to our YouTube channel. We also have various other social media pages, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, all of which you can find it if you search Goodwill Columbus Workforce Development. And we are there to help you. We are there to offer online trainings, get you connected with a career counselor, or just get you involved in one of our training upskilling labs. So please interact with us. We are happy to have you here and I welcome you. And so let's get started. So how design your resume by beat applicant tracking systems. You're probably thinking, Stacy, what are you talking about? What are these applicant tracking systems? So these are systems that are designed for when you apply online. There's a system that employers use. They're going to draw up their job description and put keywords in those job descriptions of what type of employee they're looking for, what kind of skills you need, what kind of experience you have. So using those keywords, they punch those keywords into those applicant tracking systems, of which it's designed so that when you shoot through your resume, shoot through your application, they're going to look for those keywords. And if those keywords are not in your resume, then your resume won't be picked up by the system, which might explain why you've seen a job description, right? And you're reading it and you're like, this is so me. This is written for me. I have the right amount of experience. I have done all of these tasks that they want us to do. And I have, apply. And then all of a sudden you hear nothing back, nothing at all. And you have no idea, what just happened? I was perfect for this job. Why didn't I even get a call back, an interview, something? Well, it's probably because your resume is not designed for that applicant tracking system to pick it up so that a human eye can see it and see how wonderful you are and get you that interview. So what we're going to do today is I'm just going to go through some things, some tips and tools on your resume itself, as well as how to put those keywords into your resume so that you can be successful. All right, so what I'm going to do is share my screen. So let me call that up here first. Hope everyone's having a great day. The weather is finally breaking. Goodness gracious, glory be. Glad about that. All right, so that is what I want to share. I am going to minimize this and go straight to this because I'm about half blind and I need to see this a lot bigger. So the one thing I want to direct your attention to is this is our Indeed Goodwill partnership landing page. So you would need to go to partner.indeed.com/goodwill. And that's where you can begin, right? You had the opportunity to create your resume here. And we do have other workshops that do go through how to create a great resume on Indeed on this channel and on our Facebook page. Scroll down and you can find jobs near you. All right, you change your location, scroll down a little bit more, all kinds of tips and tools for you to use. So what you can do is today, I think I'm going to search administrative assistant. All right, maybe that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for an administrative assistant role in Columbus, Ohio. And then you would just go find jobs. Now, what I went ahead and did is found a job description for you. All right, this looks like a great entry-level type of position, making a nice chunk of change, $55 a year, for an office manager, executive assistant at Schottenstein Real Estate Group. Great company. Definitely research the company that you are wanting to apply for to make sure that that seems like a good fit for you and that you would like to be in that atmosphere. So what is the first thing that we do when we come to a job description? You must read it thoroughly. You have to read it thoroughly, because if you read it and you're like, it looks good, looks good, looks good, and you get down here to like the experience, and maybe they're asking for like 5 years experience and you only have 1-2 years, probably you're not going to get through and get an interview on that one. So continue to look for a more of a entry-level position. So what we're going to do here, before we tackle how to, design your resume to beat applicant tracking systems, you have to look at the job description. So definitely read it thoroughly. So let's look at this first paragraph, okay? We are looking for a competent office assistant to help with the organization and running of the daily administrative operations of the company. Okay, the ideal candidate, pay attention here, will be a hardworking professional able to undertake a variety of office support tasks and work diligently under pressure. I want you to remember that. We're going to come back to that. This person will be comfortable working with a high degree of attention to detail and discretion, as well as incorporating new and effective ways to achieve better results. All right, we're going to use that. And I'm going to tell you how to use it, but it's going to come later, because that is what they're looking for. There are some keywords in there that would really, you need to take out of that job description and plop them right into your resume, match it up. Okay, so I would also, when you are looking at a job description, not only look at it online, but when you're ready to apply for that job, print it out, right? Print it out, circle keywords, highlight keywords, identify words that will go into your resume. And those are the keywords that'll make you beat that applicant tracking system. Again, we'll go over that. But let's look at the responsibilities. Organize office and assist associates in ways that optimize procedures. All right. Sort and distribute communications in a timely manner. Create and update records, ensuring accuracy and validity of information. Schedule and plan meetings and appointments. Monitor level of supplies and handle shortages. Resolve office-related malfunctions and respond to requests or issues. Coordinate with other departments to ensure compliance with established policies. Maintain trusting relationships with suppliers, customers, and colleagues. Perform receptionist duties when needed, and assist in project for development department. All right, so we all know an office manager or an executive assistant, they run the place, right? They have to do all kinds of different things to make sure that that office runs smoothly and efficiently. So in this particular job, those are the responsibilities that they are looking for. So read through those again, highlight some keywords, and then we're going to teach you how to put that in your resume. All right, so skills. Let's look at skills. Proven experience as a back office assistant, or in another relevant administrative role. Knowledge of back office computer systems, working knowledge of office equipment, thorough understanding of office management procedures, excellent organization and time management skills, analytical abilities and aptitude in problem solving, excellent written and verbal communication skills, and proficiency in Microsoft Office. Okay, so all of these things I'm reading through, hopefully they're sticking in your head, okay? Because we're going to match them up to your resume. All right, making sure, if it's a full-time position, you're looking for a full-time position, there's the salary. And now let's look at the experience. All right, so office administration, 2 years. Preferred. Doesn't say required, it does say preferred. So maybe you have some, tangible skills that can transfer to this position if you have not been an office assistant before. So that's where the kind of preferred comes from. Now, if it says required and you don't have 2 years, don't apply for it, all right? Because they're saying they want 2 years experience, it is required, all right? Preferred, if you're not quite there with the 2 years, or if you're just starting off and you know that you can do this job, go ahead and go for it. Let's do it. All right, so then they also have different administrative duties: scheduling, running errands, stocking supplies, sorting and sending mail, answering and rounding phone calls, greeting visitors. You're the front face of that office. All right, how's your schedule? This is good stuff. You need to do your financial duties, expense reports, and there's your schedule Monday through Friday. This is a really great job description, by the way. Even gives you your salary, when you're expected to work, and this really is very clear on what they expect of you. So that's good. That's key. So, all right, now we have all this information. We have read that job description top to bottom. Like, okay, this looks like a great fit. I think I'm ready to apply. Of course, definitely do research that company too, but we don't have time for that today. So let's go to what I want to show you next. Indeed has this great page as well that has resume samples, sample resumes from all kinds of different industries. So I'm going to scroll down here because even if you do have an already created resume, you do have to tailor it to every job description and where you apply everything that you apply for. You do have to tailor for it. I'm sorry, my cat is running back and forth behind me. So this is your resume samples. This is a great little video to explain a little bit more about it, but you can browse resume samples, or they also have different titles down here of the different industries that you may be interested in. So what's really great about this, again, is if you already have a resume, compare it with one of these samples, because these samples really do have the industry language that they're looking for. So you can match up the resume that you already have and see if make sure that that language is in there and that matches. Or if you don't have a resume at all, you can use one of these templates and help you build that. So for when you do build your resume on Indeed, you have the language from these sample resumes to help you. All right, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and type in administrative assistant, and bam, there you go. Look at that. They give you an administrative assistant resume sample. All right, so we're going to look at this. And I'm just going to go over a little bit of basic like hints and tricks on resume, as well as show you how to match it up to beat applicant tracking systems. All right, so the first thing obviously you want on your resume is your name. Nice, big, bold, professional name. No nicknames, just your name, your professional name. Make sure that right here as well, you know, you have the city and the state of which you are. Some tricks here. Don't put your address. Don't put your like specific home address. That's sensitive information, and that's not things that you want to share with people right now. Of course, you need to give all that information when you are hired, but right now, city and state is all you need. That also is you're taking away a little bit of unconscious bias that might be in an employer's mind, you know, bias that they may or may not know that, you know, that they have. So if you put your street address on there, and they might have like a little neighborhood bias, you know, good or bad. Or if you put an address on there that's really far commute to where you're applying for, they may look at that and say, do they really want to make this commute, or are they like just really applying for anything that they can get right now? So you can just put, if you want to, if you live like way out in Newark, Ohio, and want to have a job in downtown Columbus, you can put Columbus, Ohio, and that's perfectly fine. Put your number on there and make sure that that is a number that has equipped with voicemail, and that voicemail is professional. You know, just simply state your name. You know, thank you for calling me. I will be back to you as soon as I can. You know, name and number, all that stuff. No baby screaming in the background. No music playing. None of that. All right, just nice, simple, clean, easy to understand. Your email, making sure that that is a nice professional email. As you can see here, E. Moore, first letter of her first name, and then their last name. That is completely fine. Don't put anything tricky like I love cats. You know, I'm sure you do, but that really is not a professional email. Another thing to take away as well is if you have any number that might associate, maybe to tell them how old you are. You know, maybe you don't want them to know how old you are, how old or how young you are. So that kind of takes that away. So, you know, you can't have like Stacy.Biddle 1954, right? Because that was the year I was born, at gmail.com. So kind of get away from that. All right, so now let's get down to how we can design our resume to beat applicant tracking systems. So the first thing on your resume should be the summary. And it could be, this is good summary. It could be another sentence or two longer. That's fine, because you can start with this and then add a sentence that will match the job description. So this one says dedicated administrative assistant with 3 years of experience. All right, let's talk about the experience part. If you recall, down here, they said office administration 2 years preferred. Okay, again, it was preferred. So if you have, you know, 2, 3+ years experience, that's where you would definitely put that. Really highlight that in your summary. So you can put 3+ years experience or whatever years of experience you have. Definitely put that number of years of experience you have in there. So moving on to this, providing administrative support to senior executives accompanied by a proven track record of maintaining efficient operations. Okay, so as you recall, when we go back to our job description, that's basically matching what they're looking for. Now, remember how I said, put this in your mind, like these right here. Let me get you. Yeah. Those right there, you can take the language out of those sentences and adapt it to your professional summary. So if they're looking for, their ideal candidate will be a hardworking professional, able to undertake a variety of office support tasks and work diligently under pressure. You can adapt that and even use that same language that, you are an executive, a hardworking professional executive assistant that has the ability to undertake a variety of office support tasks, working diligently under pressure. You can do that. There is no problem of doing that. I think this sentence in particular would look really great in your professional summary too. And these are the tricks that you have to do. This is the game that you have to play in order to beat these computer systems and get your resume seen by a human eye. So you can put something like this in your professional summary as well. Like you are comfortable working with a high degree of attention, or maybe you excel when working with a high degree of attention to detail and discretion, as well as incorporating new and effective ways to achieve better results. Man, match it up. If that's what they're looking for, then guess what? You put it right, bam, right there in your professional summary. Match it up. Whoops. All right, so let's move on to your education. All right, place your education there. You can put, if you didn't graduate from college or took college courses, put them down. That's totally fine. All right, put whatever education you have to show that you have a little bit of knowledge or whatever into the field that you're going into. As far as the dates right here, not necessary. You do not have to put the dates that you have attended college, especially maybe if it was like 20 years ago. All right, you don't have to put that, not at all. You also don't have to put your GPA as well, unless the job description asks for that, but typically they don't. All right, let's move down to the experience. So typically in your experience section of your resume, you're going to start with your most recent job first. And that's what's happening here. So her most recent job was as an administrative assistant. And then she goes down and discusses what she achieved during her tenure there. Well, she is still there. So let's read some of this. Provides ongoing support through senior executives, driving organizational success through the management of daily operations and special projects. Oh, let's look back at that job description, because I'm pretty sure they talked about projects right there. All right, all kinds of stuff. There's another one here, organize office and assist associates. See how it's matching? Now, does it say it word for word over here? No, but you can make that happen. That's when you take, literally, you can take and reword it just a little bit, but keeping those keywords in there in your resume. All right. So really, you can take that and plop it right there. All right. Definitely expand a little bit, put an action verb in front of it to make sure that it reads well. Okay. So what I mean by action verbs are the provide, the manage, the spearhead. Those are action verbs that really need to go into your resume when describing what you did in your experience section. Now, as you can see, this is a current job, right? So as this is a current job, those action verbs need to be in the present tense. And you can see that they are: provide, manage, compose, plan, all present tense. However, when you go to your other jobs that you had before your current job, your action verbs need to be in the past tense because you already did that. You don't do that job anymore. You did it. It's in the past. So what I'm talking about here is greeted, guaranteed, streamlined. As you can see, all of these are in the past tense with your most current job in the present tense. All right, great. So let's look and see what else we can match up. All right, manage executive calendars, strategically coordinating meetings, appointments, events, and travel arrangements. Kind of same over here. Check it out. They're looking for someone who schedules and plans meetings and appointments. See, have that language in your resume. Sounds good. All right, let's go through a couple more. There's another one that I really definitely want to point out that will really help your resume stand out and shine. And that is having quantifiable information on there. So you put numbers to it. So as you can see here, serve as a primary point of contact for an average of 30 incoming phone calls per day. 30, right? All right. If you can put a number to it to make it measurable, that is even better. Man, do employers love that. So maybe you spearheaded a project that resulted in 85% increased sales. That's pretty impressive, by the way. But so can you see what I'm saying? You did that for that company. You increased their sales by 85%. Man, put that in there. Anytime you can put quantifiable to what you have accomplished in your job, put it down. Here's another example of that. Check this out. Executive processing of vendor contracts and implemented a standardized process, reducing contract discrepancies by 90%. She reduced discrepancies by 90%. That is impressive. Very impressive. So those are some tips and tricks there. So as you can see, I'm not going to go through every single one, but hopefully you can see where you can put the language from the job description here, and also look down here to see if there's anything else, right? And put it here, all right? Use the exact same language, and that applicant tracking system will pick up your resume. I want to take a moment to talk about skills, because as you can see, they are asking for skills. So in your skills section, you need to highlight what skills you have that matches their job description, okay? So if you do have any of this knowledge of these back office computer systems, and if you do have skills in this software, this ERP software, put it down. You know, I would say, 3+ years experience using ERP software, or proficient in ERP software, or master of ERP software. Who knows what you are? Maybe you wrote the program. I'm not sure, but put it down, whatever your skill level is. So you're looking here, as you can see, there's all kinds of different things that you can put down. All right. And now here, proficiency in Microsoft Office. They're just looking for you to be proficient in it. So another thing you can do is highlight just how amazing you are at those skills that they are requiring. So if they are talking about how many words per minute that they require you to have, that one didn't particularly have that. But if you can type at a high rate, words per minute, put it down. This one, they say proficient in Microsoft Word, Excel, Outlook, and PowerPoint. Great. If that's you, put it down. If you're a master at it, put it down. Another thing that Indeed has are skill assessments. And they do have little, it's like 5-10 minutes that you take to assess your skills in, for example, Microsoft Office Word. So if you do take this assessment and you score super high, that is an Indeed that was an assessment provided by Indeed that you took this test and that was your score, and they will smack that right on your resume. You have the choice to put on the resume, or you don't have to. So maybe you didn't score as high as you thought you would. You don't have to put that in your resume too. That's your choice. You can take the assessment and have it attached to your resume or not. All right. So I believe I talked your ear off. Let me stop sharing here. Oops, wait. Go back. All right, and stop sharing. All right, that was a lot. That was a lot. So hopefully you guys got a little bit out of it. Please pause, rewind, wherever you need to stop and review. If you want further assistance, please go ahead and reach out to us. You can send us a message on Facebook. You can go to our Facebook page, again, Goodwill Columbus Workforce Development. In our About section, we have our email address, we have our phone number. You can text us, you can send us a message on Facebook, whatever, reach out to us. We are here to help you. We know how to do these things. We have people that can take a look at your resume and then go ahead and look at the job description you're applying for and show you how to do what we just talked about. Okay, we would love your feedback. In our comment section, you can see that there is a link for you to provide feedback to see what other workshops that we can do for you. We're constantly developing and changing what we are putting out there. We would love to know what you need for us to put out there. So thank you again for joining us today. I appreciate your attendance. I appreciate your attention, and you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you.